Hello. Teacher Marcos here, and today I'd like to take you through the application process at Magic Years. So, without further ado, let's take a look at their website together.
First, go to the Magic Years porthole. Once there, you'll see a website that looks like this. Hit the Quick Start button. Next, enter your email. Then enter the number code to make sure you're not a robot. After that, click Here. You'll be taken to a website that looks like this. Fill in all the necessary information for an application. Upload an introduction about yourself and your experience to make the process go a bit faster. Then you'll wait for their email. Sometimes it'll take a couple of days. Check your spam. If you don't get a response in a few days, you can always write them at teacher@mmears.com. Also, if you're rejected, don't fret. You can still make some money by doing the referral. If you get 3 qualified resumes, you get $30, and for each person who gets recruited, you can get $40 to $60.
Now, once you go through the application process and you receive your email and schedule an interview, these are the things that I found helped me get through the interview process.
After waking up, I go to the gym and exercise, drink a big cup of coffee, and I'm ready to come home and get started. Next, a nice cold shower to open your eyes. But you can't follow me in here. And I've taken a shower and got dressed in my finest clothes. And now it's time to go to my office. It's right over here. All right. I was lucky enough to have a separate place from my house to do my classes, and you'll see I take this very seriously. Here, let me turn down this music. A little bit too loud. Don't worry.
Okay, so now you're psyched up, you're ready for your interview. What next? Well, the first thing, and I think maybe the most important thing that I can tell you, and I think this is true for any type of teaching job, is attitude, attitude, attitude. I always try to come into class with the correct attitude, which means lots of passion, lots of energy, lots of smiling. Even when I don't feel it, I have to look in the mirror and say, psych myself up, come into the class with that big smile. And believe me, energy, passion, a happy, friendly face will erase a lot of little errors if you have them. But if you don't have that passion, if you don't have that good attitude and that energy, it seems to be that the errors are more pronounced and that students tend to remember them more. So I think that attitude's got to be my #1 tip. Make sure you have a good attitude when you come into the class. Second, in your first interview, you're going to have a short 10-minute demo. Basically, keep your instructions short and sweet. Most of these children don't know a lot of English, so the shorter and more precise your instructions are, the more likely you'll get a positive response from the child. And hey, if you don't get a good positive response from the child when you give instructions, if you get that blank stare, that I don't know anything what you're talking about, teacher. When you get that stare, oh no, what do you do next? Well, what I find very useful is if the student doesn't understand anything and you're just not getting the response that you need, model it for them. Show them the language. Show them what you're expecting them to do. And for me, what that means is I grab a prop. I like to use a little monkey, and we just call him Mr. Monkey. So the student's giving me that blank stare, I say, "It's okay. Wait one moment. I have a friend. Mr. Monkey, come here." 1 second. "Mr. Monkey." "This is Mr. Monkey." Say, "Hello, hello." "All right. Now, Mr. Monkey, my name is Teacher Marcos. And you, what is your name?" "My name is Mr. Monkey." "Oh, very nice to meet you." Shake hands. "Thank you, Mr. Monkey." Now I can go to the introduction with the student, and they'll know what I expect from them. And you can do this with just about any language point if you're having problems getting it across to them. Props are a very important part of my classes. Not all teachers use them, but I find that they make, the kind of two-dimensional flat screen that's really not that dynamic. It makes it a lot more dynamic, or makes it seem more dynamic to the students, and it's just more fun. You can show them anything that you have in your life, in your house, and remember, a lot of these students haven't seen very many Western people or foreign people, so it's almost like when they see that American on the screen, it's like they just saw a unicorn or something. So keep that in mind. Sometimes it's the first time they've ever seen a foreign person. And, let's see. Another tip that I can give you is always remember to keep your lighting bright so we can see your face, so we can see the things around you very well. Don't want a bunch of shadows in your classroom. Make sure your PC and your camera, your audio phone and mic are all operating before the class. I know this seems obvious, but sometimes we wait a few minutes before class to check these, and then we panic when they don't work right. So maybe take a little bit longer than a few minutes before class. Check it 30 minutes before class, or even an hour before class. And if you do these things, I think that it'll help you with your classes. Oh, and before I forget, Magic Ears uses a third-party software called Classin, which I find to be an excellent program to do your online classes. It allows things that many other portholes and many other third-party programs don't. For example, all the students' video screens are separate, so you can move them around the screen. You can have two of them doing role plays together. You can mute one and leave one of them's audio on, and you can just do all kinds of interesting things to make the class even better and more dynamic with this program. But because it is so flexible, it does take a little bit of getting used to. What I did whenever I was having my demo in my trial class was I asked the Magic Ear staff if they would open the class in porthole for me and let me practice. And they did. They let me practice on it for, I think it was like a 12-hour period. I could go on and play around with the program and see where the tools were, the annotate features were, how to mute things, how to open the PPT for the class. And I think this will help you do a much smoother trial class. And I hope these tips help you, and I look forward to seeing all of you on board at Magic Ears very soon. Please, if you're going to apply, use my referral number below and mention my name. I will get a referral bonus if you get hired at Magic Ears. And hey, once you're on board, you can do the same. And you will also get a referral bonus for anybody who can get on as a teacher. And you'll even get a $30 referral bonus if just 3 people apply, even if they don't get hired, as long as their resume had all the required things for a Magic Ears teacher. So thank you for watching my video. Y'all have a very good day. Teacher Marcos, out of here.